welcome back to my channel, Planty Princess 92. My name is Ashley and today we have an unboxing video. So I have two plants in here. I have a Dieffenbachia camouflage and then I have an Alternanthera party time. So I'm excited to see both of these plants. They both looked really neat in their pictures. And the Alternanthera was a really pretty pink and colorful plant. It's also a plant that you don't really hear of a lot. So I'm quite excited to kind of see it in person and see what it's about. I did some research on it to kind of research some of the care tips, and it seems like it's a pretty easy going plant. So I'm excited to get into this. I got both of these plants on eBay. As always, I will link the seller in the description below. They came relatively quickly. So now, as you saw, they're shipped in this long box. When you open them, they are both in their pots at the bottom, zip tied in to a piece of cardboard that looks like it is glued to the back of the box so they don't fall out. The only thing was there was no support in this upper half of the box, but they came through just fine. Nothing was squished, so that wasn't a problem for me. Here is my packing sheet, my order form of what I purchased. Let's see what else, if there's any care tips or anything like that on here. Okay, no care tips. Okay, so we will do the Dieffenbachia first. I will save the one I'm most excited about for last. I don't know why I'm gonna do that to myself or you guys, but I am. So stick around all the way through the end if you want to see this interesting plant. So now this one is a little more common. This is the Dieffenbachia. It's a Dieffenbachia camouflage. And you know what's crazy? I saw this on eBay up for auction or up for sale. I don't remember which, but I bought it. And then a day or two later, I go to my local grocery store, which in my area is a Giant, and they have this big, huge Dieffenbachia camouflage for sale. I didn't even look how much it cost because I didn't want to know, because I just bought this little guy, which is actually a pretty nice size, so I'm not too disappointed. But, and although I really didn't have room for that huge plant, I could have made room, but if I'm going to have a big plant, I would have chose it to be probably something a little different. So anyways, we have 4 leaves already on this one. As you see, it was in a bag, and then its pot is wrapped in tin foil over the top. There was no soil whatsoever in this box or in that bag. We have 1 leaf that looks like it's going to be on its way out, but that's normal when you ship plants through the mail. But the rest of the leaves look beautiful. Look at that coloration to the leaves. It kind of does remind you of like a camo kind of look with its speckled greens. That's really neat, and the leaves are pretty long. I'm not going to open it up and get into the roots because it is in a pot and I do not want to disturb it. But all in all, I'm pretty happy with the way that this came through. And it was really a nice plant. I think for both of these, they were around, I think this was around $24 and I think the other one was around $14, $15, something like that. So we'll leave that sitting there. And now for the one that I was most excited about. Oh no, all the leaves are off of it. Oh my goodness, I'm so upset. I don't even want to continue this. This is a disaster. This is my first ever unboxing failure. But you know, stuff like this happens when you buy stuff online. I don't necessarily think it had anything to do with the seller, because the stems are in perfect condition. There's a couple leaves at the top, so I think this will be savable. I don't think it's completely, doomed, but let me just show you what I'm working with here. And it stinks because I'll put in a picture right here because I want you to see the beautiful foliage on this plant. I was so excited to do an unboxing, and mind you, this was not in the mail too long, but it was supposed to get delivered yesterday, and for some reason it got postponed until today. Hopefully that one day didn't really have something to do with this, but I don't know, maybe it could have. So here's all my poor little leaves. Let's please take a moment of silence. Anyways, so even though these are dead, I just want to pick a couple of these up and just show you what they look like, because I mean, like, look at that leaf. It's amazing. That is so pretty. Now, I didn't imagine showing you dead leaves of this plant, but I guess we have to improvise. So, I mean, look at this leaf. They are so pretty. Now, what I'm left with is up at the top here. I do have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 leaves. So there is 2 sets of leaves, 1 set of leaves. So there's 2 leaves, which is 1 set on each stem that I have here. So I'm sure this will make a pretty fine comeback. I will just have to take really good care of it. It will have to go through a little bit of a rehab, which, you know, I'm willing to do. Worst comes to worst, like I said, I think this was only around $15, $14.99. So if I lose it, at least it won't be a big loss, but I will be a little bit disappointed. Aside from the leaves at the top, I do have a bunch of growth that I see coming in down there. One there, one there, one on this one, this third one over here. Also right here at the top. And also some here at the bottom. So although a lot of those leaves did fall off, there is new growth coming in. So again, maybe this is just one of those plants that don't ship very well. Again, I don't think this had anything to do with the seller, being this one came in so fantastic, and the way this one came in was really good, except for the leaves falling. But I'm happy with both. I just wanted you to get a good look at this foliage one more time. Now, alternanthemums, they're actually really easy plants to take care of. Their foliage can actually handle as much bright light, even a little bit of direct sunlight, as you can give them. They're hardy through zones 8A through 11, I believe. Don't quote me on that, but it will be somewhere around there. And their foliage will stay lush all summer long, indoors all year long if you grow them in the correct conditions. But like I said, indoors, you can give them tons and tons and tons of bright light, even a little bit of that direct light. They really love it. And the more bright sun you give them, the more colorful their leaves will be. They like to stay moist, but not soggy, not completely soaked. And again, this is through the growing season. In the winter, you do want to back off on that a little bit and let them dry out completely in between waterings. And the Dieffenbachia is also relatively the same. Minus the lighting. The lighting, they can handle lower light situations. They're more of a medium light type of plant. So maybe an east or west facing window would be best for these guys, and they could probably even handle a north facing window. But they do like to dry out in between waterings a little bit. I think maybe 50%, I would say. That's how much I let my other one dry out, and it does quite fine. So I'm going to do the same for this one, and we'll see how she does. So these are my 2 lovely plants that I got. And although the leaves fell off of this beauty, she's still beautiful, and I have hope that she will make a great comeback. I will have to make an update video on this one over here. Thank you guys again for joining me in another unboxing. I hope you enjoyed. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you're interested in the content I provide. And as always, every plant's a princess. Bye.